Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good myself. Got a nice cup of coffee this morning. Our weather here has been really nice to get out and about. I'll probably go shopping today at the thrift store. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see, yesterday I was planting my geraniums and I realized I've got to move one that I planted in the back here. It gets a little large. It would have been fine, but I decided to move this big arbor that's sitting nowhere, not going anywhere, over my walkway and gate, which makes a lot more sense. Anyway, I had put it over there originally because I had a climbing rose there, but I realized that rose can just climb on the fence. Um, but yeah, I moved that arbor, so it's right on top of that high geranium, and they grow about 4 feet, 4 feet wide. You know, it'll be clashing with that. So I want to give that plant a chance. So I'm going to move it probably today, get it out into a more open where it has room to grow. Anyway, that's probably what I'll be looking at, and I figure out what I might put on that arbor. Uh, it's getting harder and harder to find climbing roses now. Um, they don't seem to they don't seem to sell so much anymore. Or maybe it's just my area or where I'm going. But anyway, or I can find something else that'll grow up that'll look good, something more durable. Um, I'd hate to think that I'm gonna plant honeysuckle on an arbor, but that might not be a bad idea when you have things that just don't make it, or animals eat them underground, and you get just such a big disappointment. But anyway, y'all might have some ideas of what grows on a and flowers. It's got a flower and it's got to have a scent, you know. Uh, but that uh, what is it? Red honeysuckle? Is it red? Not trumpet vine. I don't want that. That's just pretty aggressive, and it is. You've got to have a really strong base holding that up. But I've got two in the back, and I don't need any more. So I'll probably figure something out. Maybe I'll put a couple of different things on there. Um, but anyway, that's probably what I'll do today. Yesterday was kind of odd. It wasn't hot to me, but everything around me seemed to be wilting over. And I guess it's because of all the water it got. And then now all of a sudden we got some really hot sun. So everything's kind of trying to harden off with it. Um, but maybe I'll keep the most of it. One thing that did disappoint me was when I was out there working, all of a sudden this wind shear came. Where did it come from? And I was moving that big arbor, and I'll show it to y'all what I'm talking about. And I thought I was going to lose it into the pond there, because it was really carrying on. I was doing it by myself. And then I looked back later across the way there, and that wind had taken my tomatoes and not just blew them over. It blew them over, but first it decided to twist them. And it twisted them. Every one of them. It's just like somebody took their hands and twisted it on the stem. So I've lost a bit of my climbing tomato back there that I was looking forward to. But at least the bottom half is still in there. But those things happen. Something going good, and then the weather comes, or an animal gets it, or something. But I was a little bit disappointed. I tried to get sticks and hang on to it and bring it up, but I don't think it's gonna. It's not, that part's not gonna live. It's twisted. But anyway, thank you for all those comments. They're really nice, really nice. Um, I've watched this morning. I was watching quite a few different uh, sites that have other videos, and I realize that some of them are done really nice. I don't know if they have professional people helping them or whatever, somebody else videoing them or whatever, putting it together. Somebody that's really smart with computers and putting the whole thing together, the film together and all that is really nice. And but anyway, I can't be that person and don't plan on being that person. But um, anyway, I enjoy looking at other people's work and their creativity. And I'm at a point in my life where suddenly I realize that I struggle to do things. Like moving that arbor yesterday, I walked it real slow, across the concrete and the ground. And go back a few years, and I'd have just snatched that thing right across the ground and set it up. Wouldn't have had no more thought about it of anything. And it's just that's what I have a trouble accepting is the age change from being able to do things. Your strength. I think that's one. Your strength. I never ask people for help. You know, I feel uncomfortable still doing that. But it's hard for me to accept that, and I probably always will. Always think. I mean, I think that's what I watched my daddy go through. His problems were much more serious than mine. But I think that's what I watched him do was watch other people do things, and he likes to watch other people work like I do. I mean, he liked it, and I do. I like to watch people work. I go to the videos, try to find them where they're working, and if they're doing a lot of talking, I kind of leave it because I mostly want to watch you work, and and I know y'all probably think that about me. Do some work, but anyway, that's one of the things, and some of you already know it that are older than me, or about not able to do anything. I've always been a very outdoors person, and did most of my work, and uh, my marriages haven't gone well. Now this one's good, but the other two were not good, and I didn't have husbands that helped. Uh, and I'm not sure, even this one, I have to pry and prop. But just the same, I like to do the things myself. I don't want help from others. Really don't. Um, I don't like to be obligated. Uh, Yesterday, the lady, uh, I went down there, not yesterday, but days ago, picked up some old chairs. Well, they weren't old, they were new. The person was just kicked out of their house. Uh, anyway, I got the chairs. Me and my husband loaded them. But there was this lady there, and y'all probably heard me talk about it before. She offered me this bench in her yard. Anyway, to make a long story short, I took the bench and I repaid her with one of my spider plants. That I like to plant spider plants and hanging pots and give them away, whatever. And I guess if they want them or not. But I took one of my spider plants down there and gave to her, and she was a bit surprised. Probably not used to neighbors being nice. Most of them around here, we all stay to ourselves because they're just, they're not like me at all. They're not gardeners. They're not grafters. They're not painters. They're not anything. They're not anything like me. So, but anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this, but uh, I'm going to go, and I'll probably talk to y'all later or show you if I got anything at the thrift shop, if I even went. Um, I'm trying to cut down on that. It's not that I got a lot of stuff. It's just uh, I might be kind of throwing money away. So I'm just how much, I just use what I got, create with what I got. And my husband mostly likes to go there now. He loves to socialize. He likes to, get to know people and get to know everybody. And I'm not that way at all. But anyway, I'll let you go and I'll talk to y'all later on today. Bye bye.